You know what? I'm gonna keep it here. Just in case. Easy access. How much money would it take for you to drink out of this doggy bowl right here?
No,
and it's old. I haven't changed this in like a week or two, and it's hair in it.
You should change that for your dog.
Yeah, but how much would it cost? And I got cash, baby. Look at this. You better believe I got cash.
I'll take the loony.
It's one loony? Lick it.
I'll take the loony.
Get on your knees and lick it.
It's like, can we start the podcast?
Yeah,
this is the podcast. Lick the ball.
Don't you see, dog? No one will ever believe you. No one will ever believe that just happened. You know why? No evidence.
Only my eyes. Now you're keeping the loony.
It's actually pretty good water. I guess that is evidence now. I just admitted it. I did lick it. It was pretty good. Shall we start? I don't have an intro though.
This is fine.
Okay. And we're black. Welcome back to the Sociopals podcast, the only podcast on the internet that is the most tolerant podcast of all the podcasts on the internet. And we're white.
Yeah,
surprisingly.
We're quite tolerant. You're extra tolerant these days.
You said my exes are tolerant, or I'm extra tolerant?
You tolerate their exes.
Your ex was black, ironically, and you're the most racist guy I know.
Let's do this again. I don't like
Okay.
this.
And we're white. Welcome back to the Sociopals podcast. So,
I dated a black girl.
Speaking of tolerance, you had sensitivity training recently.
They kicked me out.
And tell me more.
They're just like, you don't get it. You're not getting it. And I didn't get it, and I won't get it.
And it was a 1 hour course, but they made you do a 6 hour course. Because I remember with you, they said that it takes a lot longer to absorb the information.
I'm a dum-dum.
Yeah.
Now, tell me about your sensitivity training.
Jokes aside, I had to actually do sensitivity training. It was, I called it BLM training, and then right off the bat. By the way, you know how you guys know how I speak. I'm well polished.
You're shooting words from the hip.
Okay? Yeah. I'm classy. I use $6 words all the time. You know, I'm not a dollar. I'm a guy. Mm-hmm. So I walk into work, and I don't know what possessed me to say this. I see one of my best friends, Randy, at work. I walk in and I go, Wagwan. I've never said that in my life, but I live in the moment. You guys know me. I live in the momenta.
It's because you had sensitivity training. You were like, how can I make it uncomfortable for people?
But I didn't do it on purpose.
That's the thing.
No one was even there yet.
But you had that essence in you.
Maybe it was like subconscious. So I walk in like, Wagwan. I did this, which, by the way, nailed this part of it.
I think it's supposed to be that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, that's pretty good. Mm-hmm. You're really good at that.
Okay, I go.
So I walk in like, Wagwan. And then I didn't even notice the teacher who's teaching sensitivity training. She goes, yeah, no, not today. And I was like, didn't even notice you there. She's like, what?
So who is she? Like,
so she's like that. I mean, this is a private company thing, so I'm not going to release names. But her name was Bleep.
Sounds like a bitch.
Yeah. So she was actually wonderful. But so sensitivity training. She was the head of North America for the company I work at. And right off the bat, she's like, she wasn't messing around. So I already struck one box. So I was like on the out.
You're a prime target for what are those white guys that hold torches?
The knights at the Royal Palace.
The Knights of the Round Table.
Yeah. So very noble men. So right up the bat, she's like, okay, let's get to know each other. There's like 8 people in the room. Everyone say your name, how long you worked here, your favorite show. And then, right off the bat, I was like, Chappelle's Special was my favorite show as a child. That was my first terrible joke to start off with. She was not amused.
I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it.
If you were there, you would have lost it.
Buddy, I wish I was there.
I got no laugh from anyone.
You could have been like,
friend, even Randy, who I said Wagwan to, didn't laugh.
I wish. She's like, oh, we have an extra member, and I'm like, I don't work here. I'm just, I'm here for the show.
I'm here for the show. We don't even make popcorn at Soho. You're just like, where'd you get that? So then I'm like, okay, but my favorite show as a child was Seinfeld. And everyone's like saying Magic School Bus, Arthur. I'm like, Seinfeld, the only show in the world that has no black characters in it. Instantly, I've set I'm on 3 strikes already. And I think in baseball, you get 4 and you're out.
You can't hate Seinfeld.
So I have one more chance and I'm out of here.
Mm-hmm.
What else happened? They're like, can you guys give us an example of like a racist story? And I was like, you know what? I didn't tell you this one yet.
You could be like, I'm shooting blanks. I'm going to be honest with you, ma'am.
I just started telling stories about you. I'm like, my buddy Raphy is so racist, but he has a black girl. He had a black girlfriend. He broke up with her because she was black. No. So we, So she's like, tell us like a situation where you've seen racism. And you know me, I'm a fun. I like to make jokes about serious situations. Bing, 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 bing. So I started telling a story. I'm like, I actually did have a racist upbringing, and that's why I'm so unracist.
Well, it's European.
Now. It's just being young.
It's just coming from the old country.
European.
What are you gonna do? Limited education.
So I'm like, okay, I do jokes aside. I know I'm on 3 strikes. 1 more, I'm out. I have a serious story. Because I had a racist upbringing, and that's why I'm such a great, well-polished, non-Dollarama person, champion sprinter that you guys know today. And I started telling the story, and I'm like, my dad was very racist back in Serbia. And I remember I went to, this is before the big divorce, the big D.
Don't call it that.
Not you. And we went for like a big family dinner when I was young. And I remember my mom lost her phone. And
I know where this is going.
The bat, we're at this fancy restaurant in a small town. And my dad was like, I know who has it. I know who took it. And he starts looking around. There's one black family eating at a booth. And it's like, I'm like, please don't, Dad. Like, she probably dropped it in the taxi. There was no Ubers back then. You know, you probably dropped it back at the villa where we lived at the time, on top of the hill, the top of the mountain. But he goes, I know that's the guy that took it. But instead of just like saying that and keeping the racism within the family,
he said it loud.
No. He went up that. He walked over to the table confidently, and he said, "You took my wife's phone." My dad said it to a black man. He said, "You took my wife's phone," and I was so embarrassed until
he actually had the phone.
The guy took. He's like, "I'm so sorry. I couldn't help. I saw her. I swiped it. It's in my nature." He said,
"Listen, your dad's a smart man.
Listen, he's never been wrong about
anything.
He's
a tough man. He's an Olympic sprinter."
Yeah. And what's his favorite quote? There's no such thing as racism. There's just
recognizing patterns in culture. That was a throwback.
And that's what I learned at sensitivity training, ultimately.
You learned a lot.
I taught
you
them.
seem like a changed man. You're wearing black.
Well, you know what? Yeah, I never do that. But I taught them something in the end, because they thought we were the ones that were racist. I taught them that sometimes it's okay to be racist.
Sometimes.
I'm just joking, guys. Of course, all these stories were actually things that happened to Raphy and his family. I would never. I don't agree with anything I just said. That was just all comedy. But Raphy's family, I don't know about. They haven't even reached out for a statement.
It does. I work at a restaurant right now, and someone walked out on their bill recently, and this guy
they serve food at that gay bar.
Yes, they do. Huh? Not just dick. And this guy. This is his second time or third time in like a week span of getting walkouts, and he goes up to me at one point, and he goes, "This place is just making me realize racial stereotypes are true." And I was like, "Whoa."
He said that. And you know what? Do you think that people feel confident in having these confessions with you because of your hair?
Because they think so.
You're going to tell the homeless story right now?
No. Okay. So a couple of months ago, I was working at this bar and saw my screenwriting teacher. I haven't seen him in almost 10 years. And I'm like, "Oh, how you doing?"
He loved you.
Oh yeah. And I was happy to see him. He was happy to see me. And then he's like, "Have you written anything that's made it?" I'm like, "No, but I've come close, this and that." It's like,
check out this podcast.
Actually, no. The best part is, I was like, "Hey, like, do you remember me?" And we had the same course. And he looks at me and he goes, "There were 2 of you." Like a curse came back to life or something.
There's 2 of you.
There's another. And he's like, right away. He's an older white man. He's like, right away. He's like, "Listen, with the way things are today." And I had blonder hair than this, and he was like, "I asked you,
He thought he could read the room.
What is, are you straight?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "We're gonna have a tough time." And I was like, "I'm dating a black girlfriend." He's like, "Hold on to her."
And then a week later, you broke up with her.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
You didn't take it. You didn't heed his advice, just like in college. He said, "Don't drop out." And what did you do?
I dropped up.
Yeah.
And then.
And you know what? So far in life, everything you do, the opposite. You do the opposite of what he says, and it works out for you.
Tuna salad on rye.
Great reference. Show the clip, Wong Ping.
Tuna on toast, coleslaw, cup of coffee.
Yeah. No, wait a minute. I always have tuna on toast. Nothing's ever worked out for me with tuna on toast. I want the complete opposite of tuna on toast. Chicken salad on rye. Untoasted, with a side of potato salad, and a cup of tea.
Also, Wong Ping, we haven't heard from you in a while. How you been doing?
Yeah, what's up with you?
Not too good, boss. Wong Ping's got robbed by a couple of fucking Jews last night, boss. They came in, they shot up the place, they took our money, boss. They took it all. Fucking Jews, man.
That was extremely racist.
I didn't expect that.
No,
you
that
need
was-
sensitivity training.
Yeah, we'll organize that. Get that get that broad's number.
Yeah.
I
If you could die in one way and you could choose how to die, what would it be? Aside from obesity, obviously.
that guy's a nice
Clearly.
slow. I've been losing weight. Okay, I don't appreciate. I went to the gym for the first time in 2 years this week.
That doesn't seem like a lot of effort.
Yeah, I haven't.
I really can't tell.
I really
can't tell.
I really hope this axe doesn't come. I really hope this axe doesn't kill me someday somehow.
I mean, I just show the axe. By the way, bring it over here. Bring it on screen.
All right. I just stepped in the water. Imagine I just got you. No,
I don't know why I'm hiding my drinking from you.
I never know why you do anything.
Yeah,
It's a nice axe. I'll give you that.
it's sick. And let's give a shout out to the company that made it, Cameron's Brewing.
Imagine. This is horrible.
Actually, let's give it before you tell your funny joke.
Uh-huh.
Can we give a commercial for the company that made this?
Well,
Northwoods Carving,
Let's get a quick break.
and we'll make a commercial for him.
Yeah.
because he's a great guy.
Yeah.
Okay, now back to your funny
And
joke.
we're back from the break. Imagine Alec Baldwin moves on from this horrible thing that happened with him shooting the prop gun, and now he's doing a Viking movie, and he just lops someone's head off.
He's just like, I really want to. Is this a real axe? Is this like he's like.
I need you to tell me right now. And regardless if it was real or not, he swung that battle axe.
Can we tell that story?
No, by the time this is out, people will know.
Yeah, that's fair. He's probably gonna be in jail.
I got $1 million idea for you.
More like a $6 idea, but give it to me.
We'll see. $6 word for a $6 man. Let's do that again. $6 idea for a $6
Say the
word,
whole
man.
thing again. Do the whole thing.
I got $1 million
More like a
idea.
$6 idea.
A bar that's all the chairs are wheelchairs, all the bathrooms are just handicap bathrooms,
Okay.
and the whole bar isn't handicap accessible.
It isn't.
It isn't. It's up high.
But it seems like it
It's
would be.
stairs only to get there. But once you're
But
there,
once you're there-
you can just roll around on a wheelchair.
So what it's doing is it's giving you that essence of like, I can do what I'm not supposed to do. It's like kind of hot. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like banging the neighbor's wife.
It's
kind of
very hot.
Yeah, it's sexy.
It's very sexy.
There's nothing sexier than faking a handicap.
Show the clip, Wong Ping.
Yeah, so you know what? We haven't told this story before.
No, we haven't told the story.
I guess
before.
I have to, right?
Take it away.
So when I used to work at a hospital, this is such a proud moment in my life, so I'm really happy to tell the story.
Truly, I wish you shared this story yesterday at the sensitivity training. And then she was like, it's not racist, but it is.
Strike 4! You're out! She would say.
I'm proud of you for this. It is
Yeah.
one of my favorite things ever.
It was pretty racist, though, in essence. So I used to work at a hospital, and I the thing about me is I'm a people person. I connect. So I used to like deliver food to the patients who were, I think they called themselves legally forever
They needed
cripples.
help.
Yeah, they were forever cripples. Like they were in there, like they lived at the hospital. They were in like the motor, like the what are they called? The motor wheelchairs. They couldn't really move from neck down. Great guys. I made so many friends. But this one guy, I'll never forget his name. I forgot his name. But he said, he goes to shows all the time, like comedy shows, concerts, and all you have to do is call up the show and be like, hey, I'm like handicap, I need a ticket. And you get front row tickets to shows, and you pay like a quarter of the price. So like $300 tickets, maybe even pay like $50.
Amazing.
And like you're there.
That is
And
a quarter.
and who questions a cripple? He said, by the way, a crippled man said this to me, and he went, who questions a cripple? And right now I'd be blinking. That's where he was trying to wink, but he couldn't.
Couldn't do it.
But
he just
he
stared
would've.
at you uncomfortably, and you're like,
And I was like, are you trying to blink right now? And he goes, yes.
I like how you said that
He
while
said,
blinking.
yes. I blinked when I did it. 'Cause I'm not crippled. But anyway, so I kept that little nugget in my back pocket for a couple years, and then I started seeing this woman. I forgot her name. But anyways, I started seeing this woman, and absolute love of my life. And I said it. I'm here. I meant it. I'm here to represent it. So we go out, and I'm like, hey, I want to see this comedy. Who's
Anthony
Jeselnik. So I'm like, I got to see this guy. One of my favorite comics at the time.
sold out?
But they were sold out, and tickets were like $300-$400 as is.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let me pull that little nugget out. So I call up the Sony Theater, and I go, hey, I'm handicapped. Do you have any wheelchair accessible tickets left? And they're like, oh, we actually have one left. And at this moment, I'm really scared. I don't even know if I'm going to go through
You didn't think I was
this.
going to get this far.
And then right off the bat, they're like, yeah, it's $40 for like, a great ticket. I'm like, and they're like, we have one left. The show's
You're like, I'll
tomorrow.
take two. Like,
Yeah.
one left?
And this is the best part. They go, will you be with your caregiver? And at that moment, I'm like, I have to commit to this now. I have a choice to make.
You have a plus one.
It was the red pill versus the yellow pill seen in the Matrix. And I chose the yellow pill, the handicap pill. And I literally was just like, I'm going to be with my caregiver. I'm like, how the fuck? You know what I said? I could double down. I said, how the fuck do you think I'm going to scoot around, you dumb bitch? And she was like, I'm so sorry. And that's what I realized.
Handicapped people are
so
angry.
mean.
They are angry people.
Yeah, and I don't know why. They have the best lives. They're just getting scooted around everywhere. But anyway, it's like dogs. Everyone's picking up their shit. Why are you barking so much? We're doing everything for you. Why are you so mad? Anyway, so I get to the show. Here's the clip. We're okay for right now. And then we get there, we skip the bathroom, we skip the line, front row seat. The only crime, this is my biggest pet peeve of the whole show, he bombed. It was such a bad show,
wasn't a good show
that I literally had to walk up and leave at the end. I literally walked out. It was just so disappointing.
Fair. Also, where'd you get a wheelchair from?
I stole it from the hospital.
All right,
I used to work at.
That's what I wanted to hear. Mm-hmm. The very pants you were returning.
Mm-hmm. But I gave it back. I brought it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't even know it was gone.
The best part is I brought it into my new work at the time. Like, I just kept it hidden. I'm like, I'm going to a comedy show later. And I'm like, so no one touches wheelchair. And they're like, what is that for? My boss was even like, what are you... I'm like, oh, I'm going to a comedy show later. Like, as if you knew. It's like, what? He's like, you just won a sprinting contest here last week.
You did. Show that clip.
Smoked him. Smoked him.
That's not going to make Ryan Fenty look good.
So
and he needed a boost this week, if anything.
So you're saying it's $1 million idea.
I love it.
Wheelchair,
it's genius.
Unhandicap, accessible.
Can I say something? When I was in that wheelchair, I never felt more abled.
Yeah.
To do whatever I want ahead of regular abled people, so-called regular people.
And weren't you in line for the bathroom, or there was someone like waiting for the handicap stall, and you were like,
yeah, I went, and then I banged my girlfriend in the bathroom while everyone waited. Yeah. And there was a lineup to get to that bathroom.
She rolled out in the wheelchair after.
In the end, she was the one I needed to give a lift. You know what I mean?
You beat her up real good.
Strike, because I
beat up real good.
Really, I banged her real good. I guess you could say.
Well. Now we're going to do a segment called Misconnections.
Ooh.
Missed Connections. Oh, yeah. So we all know Misconnections. It's a creepy thing where you go online and you write, if you saw someone in public and you did... The fuck was that?
So sorry. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that. I'm not gonna lie, I've been drinking since like a 9 a.m. yesterday. Since yesterday.
Before the sensitivity training.
Sensitivity training.
You've learned nothing.
It felt right. You know what sensitivity training taught me? If it feels right, do it. That's what they taught me.
Follow your heart.
That's the opposite of what they taught me, wasn't it?
Use your brain. Watch. I
No, you do one. It feels so good to let it out.
Can I spin the dog bowl?
Okay. Oh, you missed! You gotta clean that before you go. I don't care. Now that I see it come from your mouth, that's wrong. I know that now.
It looks like
semen.
that now. It looks like semen. And that is semen over there.
To be fair, it's next to the real semen stain.
There we go.
It's Wong Ping. Get a clip of that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
we're really derailed on this.
Missed Connections. Oh, yeah. Oh, you missed! You gotta clean that before you go. I don't care.
So, misconnections is where you see someone in public and you don't approach them, and instead you go online and you write that you're like, hey, remember me? I saw you in the park, and it's just really weird. And I found some Toronto misconnections.
Before we even start, because I didn't know this segment was happening. This is your idea.
Mm-hmm.
I found one of you that I think actually matches your description. It says, the White County Strangler loves women under the ages of 19 or under, strangles them to death, jerks off on their corpses, streaked blonde hair, man bun, grizzly beard, a little too unshapen, Super Mario style nose. It said that.
I said that.
Yeah, and I was like, that's Raphy. But it wasn't really a misconnection. I think it was a police report I was reading.
Misconnection.
Same thing. Anyway.
Number 1.
What's yours? Well, you have the same bit about me.
Close. You are cute. That's the headline. And then the description, it says, Lady in Cookstown, I just want to say you are nice and maybe we can get to know each other.
Ooh.
Not sure if you're going to see this, but who knows, with a smiley face. Okay.
That's so vague.
It's so, what do you expect them to do?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is pretty cool.
Are there any situations of misconnections where they actually meet up?
I'm going to look it up and figure it out. Because there must be one, maybe.
How desperate you got to be.
It's sad. This is the light one. This is just one to get the ball
By the way,
rolling.
you know how I know misconnections don't work? Because there's 2 types of people who read misconnections. The losers who are so desperate, who have no love in their life, who don't get anyone,
And the
that
perverts.
post, and then the absolute narcissists who read it will see themselves and not even message them. Even if
wow.
it's like, that's me, I'm still not going to message them.
Oh, wow. I
And
never
you know
thought
what
of it
I
that
do?
way.
I print out this. I've done this before. I print out the misconnection that I know is about me, and I come on it. I jerk off on it, just like you on that nightstand.
This whole thing is a joke, and the best part is the postal code is L0L. Just like it looks like a big old LOL. It's a cute little.
L0.
Yeah, it's cute. Next one. Looking for an old friend, David Hughes. Description: I'm looking for an old friend, David Hughes, or Dave, lives in Toronto and works for Aetna Insurance. Must find him and miss him. This is just sad.
It's so sad.
Did you even try Facebook?
Did they ever speak?
You couldn't contact the place they worked for. Like, there's other ways to find David Hughes. Just like, if you guys know David Hughes, give him our information. We'll set them up on a date. I think.
You know what? I think I know a Dave Hughes. He owns that boat that we're always on. We shot the podcast.
David
episode 3 on the
Hughes.
podcast. David Hughes.
Imagine that's his real last name. He's
I wouldn't be surprised.
He is untrustworthy.
Yeah, 100%.
Tim Hortons is the location. Friday, October 1st at Tim's to the woman who was looking wonderful. Read it.
I just thought of a name too, by the way.
Read it the way he
A
wrote
good porn
it.
star name for a man: Tim Whore Tims. Tim Whore Tims. So it's 2 Tims, and there's a whore sandwich.
What about a porno video where it's Tim Whore Tons, and it's tons of heavy women whores?
He's got a ton of baguettes on his cock.
They're known for their baguettes.
Yeah. Okay, so what am I reading? Friday, October 1st at Tim's to the women. Oh, so in multiple? Not even just one?
Okay, maybe.
Who, period, was, period, looking, period. Wonderful waiting for a sandwich, period, with great eyes, period. LOV, love, to meet for a drink. That is so romantic.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, that's my... people say
We should get Alex
Shakespeare-
Baldwin to star in a movie where he plays this man.
Yeah, and people say Shakespeare is dead, but I don't think he is. I don't think he is. I think he faked his death like Elvis, and he's still around writing shit like this.
He lives on. Met at Esso Young and Treyborn.
Ooh.
Description: you drove a white Honda, green top, black pants. I held the door for you, and you told my friend I needed that today.
That's so sad.
That's pathetic.
That's so pathetic. If I knew that was about me, I was the guy that did it, I'd be like, what a pathetic.
They could be like, that was you, Raph, right? And just because that quote is attributed to me, I'd be like, that wasn't me.
Wasn't me,
That could
no.
be the love of my life. I held the door for.
You're like, I've never held a door. You double down. I've never held the door for a woman.
I needed that today.
And you know what? That's actually true. You've never held the door for a woman
And I won't.
unless you're trying to look at her ass first. You've said that before. Yep. And then spit now. Do the thing you always do. Do
It's
it.
disgusting, man.
Do it.
I can't do this.
Give me one more.
I don't want to live like
It feels
this.
good. Give me one more.
I don't want to live
Give me
like
one
this.
more. We're already this far. That's so gross. That is disgusting.
That was a spray. That was a shotgun
I
spray.
can't believe you actually did that. In my room, on my podcast.
This is my favorite one so far.
Okay.
Because he added a picture. You read it.
Okay, I'm ready.
I think you have to read all of them.
This reminds me of the guy who he faked being in a mob in the show we shot.
Yeah.
Show the clip, Wong Ping.
That's a crazy clip.
That was nuts, by the way.
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm 21 years old, and my secret is I used to be an enforcer for the Irish mob in Montreal. And I got jumped by 3 schmucks. 3 fuckers, actually. They came out of the woods, 2 with metal baseball bats, 1 with a chain, coming at me like that. He rushed me very fast and scraped the skin off my elbow. Grabbed by the shoulder, started wailing him in the face, like that. Grabbed him by the shoulder, started wailing him in the face like that. And I broke my knuckle. The knuckle went down from here to there, all black and blue. I heard his jaw dislocate, like that.
Because you
He ended up just being like a gay actor. I think. I don't know. I still have him on Instagram. I hope he's not watching this. Looking for a white girl, it says, with piercing blue eyes. We got off at Sherburne Station. You told me how white you thought I was, and you just came back from London and have 2 5-hour exams on whiteness. One in biochem and one in whiteness. We parted ways just outside Sherborne. The sun is extreme as the whiteness on your skin. I regret not asking you how white you were. Attached is a picture of me, and he is very white in this picture, as you can see. Well, I'm not gonna lie. This is, I think this is a couple who kind of destined for each other. I'm kind of surprised they never got their information as is.
He saw Luca Magnotta.
So Luca.
Yeah,
So
and
Magnotta.
I feel like he was doing this kind of stuff.
More like Luca Magniesa. He is. That's how Luca Magnotta he is.
Yeah, because it's
Yes.
a yes from us.
100%. If you were a serial killer, what's the demographic you would go after? Who would you kill the most?
I don't discriminate.
Asians. Yeah, I thought so. Don't listen to that Wong Ping.
Retired Westdale policeman. Searching for the retired policeman, Westdale Hamilton. Met you at Rockin' Tees, King Street. I just want to thank you for offering to help. I feel like this one, he got arrested by a policeman in Westdale 30 years ago, and now he just got out, and now he wants to find the cop that did it. So he's
Yeah,
like,
100%.
I'm just looking for the guy
Yeah,
who
that's
is
a scheme.
he's retired by now.
Yeah. That's funny.
This guy, I hope
This
he finds.
guy, this guy punked me off in traffic. He cut me off. I was never more in love. It's like, all right, man, I know what you're doing.
Meet me in the alley. This is Craigslist at the end of the day.
Do you think half of these guys are probably are serial killers who are posting?
I think
It's a serial killer cesspool if you think about it. Because what if you're just a guy who's just like, so many sad sacks are responding to these.
A lot
Like,
of sad
maybe
sacks.
I think that may have been me. Maybe that was me. They say. So you post a bunch of vague
We should
ones.
do
You're
that.
Like I was at Young and Dundas.
we should do that.
Like, who wasn't?
just be like, I'm the cute man, and it's a completely
Saw a
different
cute
person.
at Young and Dundas, like the busiest
Yeah.
intersection in Toronto, and then we just see what little
See what kind of narcissists
see what
come
kind
up,
of scumbag, and then we kill them all.
flies to us, water.
We kill them, right? Or no,
Fly?
what are we gonna? It's up to you.
I thought we were gonna bang him first.
Oh no, of course. We'll bang them. We'll kill them. We'll bang them. Little rinse and repeat.
Rinse and repeat.
This one I like. Bus stop.
Just a picture of me.
To the mature blonde at the number 3 bus at 11 this
The
morning.
mature?
Yeah, the
That's how
mature.
you know he watches too much porn.
The mature blonde.
To the busty blonde.
He's just describing a
To the
porn
Russian
category.
MILF across the hall. It's like, what?
I wanted to let you know I appreciated the little bounce you were doing as you waited for the bus. We made eye contact and I liked your smile. Let me know what I was driving and let's chat. That's so crazy that you're putting it on her now.
Yeah.
You're like, you tell me what I was doing. Now, like you're making her do a misconnections now.
That's how you know he's Luca Magniesa. He's a huge sociopath. Like, he's the scumbag, but he's like, it's on her now. The ball's in her court.
I think half of these are written by the same guy.
Yeah. You know what? I think the guy who made this website is probably just doing them every day because he's like, I need traffic.
It says at the bottom of each one, it says like 400 views, 485 views.
That's it?
Yeah, they're not getting a lot. I feel like it's mostly the views of the person who wrote it, checking to see if you got a response.
Yeah, because they get the double counts.
Oh, I found one more.
Okay.
Well, we'll end on this one.
This is such a long episode.
I saw you on the Danforth. That's where I live. I noticed your schlong imprint immediately. Huh.
I know. Okay.
It stuck out like a big schlong sticking out of pants would stick out. She's not very poetic, I guess. It was sticking out like a chicken on a bun that you stuffed in your pants. Oh my god!
Chicken on a bun.
From Square Boy.
That's your favorite place.
And then moments later, you took the chicken out of
What's your
bun
favorite place?
out of your pants, and then you started eating it. But the giant imprint was still there. It wasn't the chicken on a bun. The imprint was still there. Don't be mistaken.
Yeah.
Tzatziki dripped on your beard, and you didn't use a napkin. You used a fry to clean yourself, and then you ate the fry.
Raphy, I don't want to scare you. I've seen you do that move.
And it's my move. This might be. You're beautiful. You're beautiful, and I want to make love to you. Sweet love. Heavy, passionate, sweet tzatziki love. You look like you're good at love making. It says.
It said that.
Come find me, my sweet tzatziki prince.
That is, you know, they say Shakespeare's dead.
This is me.
But I don't think he is.
My-
I think he
my
lives
true
within
love.
the soul of you and your true love.
P.S. You seem to be struggling with homosexual urges. This isn't me.
No.
This isn't.
No, it can't be.
I don't know I don't know what that is.
No,
That's
what that
not.
ending was about.
I don't know who that's for.
But if I mean, whoever that was for,
Good luck.
I feel like you'd be good friends with him. At
Good
least.
luck with your. I don't know. I have enough
Yeah.
Friends. I have enough friends. My circle is tight.
You know, before this episode started, you said, "I want to kiss you on the lips," as the intro, and I said, "What's the bit? Like, what's the hook?" And you're like, "It'll be funny."
The audience will like it.
Yeah, and I said, "Okay, but what's the hook?" And you're like, "I'll figure it out later." And then I'm still like,
Did you write that?
you said.
Did you call me a sweet tzatziki prince?
Yeah, I did actually. That was me. I wrote that one.
And we'll kiss off camera now.
Okay, give me one on the cheek.
I don't want to.
Give me the cheek.
Nah, man.
Give me one on the cheek.
We gotta clean the spit up.
Yeah, actually, that's it's dissolving into the floor tiles. I didn't know that's what spit did. That's like it's makeup, I guess. It's genetic makeup. It dissolves on floor tiles. Anyway.